Hello, my name is Professor Cihan Çobanoglu. I'm the McKibben Endowed Chair Professor in the Moma College of Business at the University of South Florida. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you how you can use Mechanical Turk from Amazon to be able to set it up, to be able to collect data for your survey research as a crowdsourcing tool. To do so, there are 4 different steps that we have to do. The first one is that you have to set up your Amazon Mechanical Turk account as a requester. Requester means is the researcher who would like to collect data from the workers. Workers, as Amazon calls it, the people who respond to your survey. And also, the second step is that you have to set up your survey instrument. Obviously, you have to have a survey, and if your university require you to get an IRB, Internal Review Board approval, you have to do that. And also you need to put a code, a random code inside your survey that will only be displayed to the workers when they finish the survey. This is how they can get this code and put it in the Amazon Mechanical Turk, and that gets them to you, connect them together, and then you will also be able to approve if this is the correct code. Remember, in Mechanical Turk, there are many great, good people who genuinely answer the surveys, but there are also, unfortunately, some cheaters. So I will show you that some of the techniques that you can do it. In the previous lecture, we have shown you them in detail, but please, this is just a hands-on demo how to get it done. Okay, let's do one step at a time. I'm gonna switch to my. So first of all, we need to create a Amazon Mechanical Turk account. If you have an Amazon account, you can actually use that one to sign in. But I'm gonna click on the Mechanical Turk. This is the Amazon's Mechanical Turk website. Obviously, you can read it. It shows you how you can do it. We are going to do it. So I'm going to click on sign as a requester. Remember, as this researcher, you are the requester. I already have an account in Amazon, but I'm not going to use that because I want to show you how you can create yours. So I'm going to click on just create one more account for myself. So I am just using one of my emails here to be able to do it. And you just simply put your name, your email address, and a password that you would like to have. And I already created one, so it's asking me to enter, as you can see in the video, this is all to get rid of the robots. So it sent me an email, so I'm going to go into my email, check my email here, and here it is. It sent me a code. This is what I need to be able to enter here. Then here in this step, it's going to ask you some questions, your company name, and whatever the countries here. As you can see, that this is the countries that it allows you to be able to request. But again, by using a VPN, you can use this as well too. So look here, it's asking you how you're gonna collect data sets. This is what you're gonna do. Conduct surveys or market research is what it is, and then you will just create your account. Obviously, I'm not gonna do this as I already have an account. Now I'm gonna go into my account, which I already created. Then I will show you the rest of what we need to do. Okay, after you create your account by entering your email and your mobile phone number, then you'll be able to create your account and come back to Mechanical Turk after you create your account. Also remember that if you're outside of the United States, and if in your country Mechanical Turk does not allow you to register, you can use a VPN and then connect it from the US, and then you'll be able to do it. So let's, after we create this account, let's log in. So I'm going to use this new account that I created. So I'm going to enter my email here, and here it is. So we are now, if you remember, we set up the Amazon Mechanical Turk. So there's two ways that you can do it. You can also put maybe money in here, or you can actually pay as you go. We are gonna do it. So I'm in create mode here, right? So I'm gonna come back here, but when we go back to our steps, we need to normally get a survey instrument. So let's do it. I'm gonna use Qualtrics, but you can use anything that you want. You can use any kind of a survey software that generates a code for you. So let's create a new survey. I'm gonna create a brand new survey, and I wanna show you how you can create this survey for Turk demo. Okay, I'm gonna put some simple questions here. This is of course not the real survey, but I want to show it to you. And here, so we will obviously, you are going to create whatever that you want in terms of descriptives. You can say thank you for participating in my research, and you will write here what the research is all about IRB or whatever that. And then imagine that you have some questions. Let me actually import some questions from my from the Qualtrics just to show you from the Qualtrics library, just like simple let's say customer research, customer satisfaction questions. So just to make this easy, as you can see, I added many questions here. If I wanted to do it, I can do it whatever that I want to do. So I'm gonna delete this question because this doesn't really matter. So this is the questions that you need to set it up. So this particular questionnaire, if I were to publish this and check out the link, as you can see, this is how it's gonna look like. Okay, there is no code here. If I want to finish this, there is nothing here. So I need to now create a code so that if the when the Mechanical Turk workers come, they will be able to see a code that you can give it to them. Okay, to create the code in Qualtrics, there is many different ways that you can do it. One easy way, you can actually create a code here, Mechanical Turk code, and you can actually create bunch of codes in Excel. This is one way of doing it. So I can go to Excel and make a random code, random between, let's say, 10,000 to 99,000, like this. I can just generate these. Let's say if you're gonna do 300, you can do 300 codes. It doesn't really matter. So this is all randomly generated codes. This is one way of doing it. And then I can also put in here code, like a letters, to be able to allow you to be able to recognize quickly when people submit the codes. You're going to understand what I mean a little bit later. So let's just do it. This is one way of doing it. There is a little bit easier way, in my opinion, but I just want to show you both ways to do it. So I can actually use concatenate function in Excel, and I can just put two letters. Let's say this research about social media, and then this code that you generated, comma, and then you will put two codes, let's say your initials. And here's what happened. And I want to also put a dash here and dash there. So it will look like this, you see. Then I'm going to copy paste this to all the way down to 300. And as you see, now my codes are ready. And I'm going to copy this, Control C, and I'm going to Control paste special as the values, so the formulas don't come. And now I can delete this too. Here you go. Here's the codes that I have created. 300. I copy paste this. I go back to my Mechanical Turk code question. I put all 300 options here. Obviously, if I were to publish this, let's look how this really works. If I were to publish this and I take this question, it's going to look nonsense. As you can see here, there's all these codes. We don't need this many codes. We need only one per person. So how you do it? You can go here to randomization, and I can just tell Qualtrics only choose one of these options. Let's try it again. You will understand what I mean. Randomly, it selects one of them and present that to the user. Here's the code. But one downside of it, as you can see, people cannot copy paste this. It doesn't allow to copy paste, which is a little bit annoying for the workers in Amazon Mechanical Turk. For this reason, I don't use this. Obviously, you don't want to show this like in one page. You want to do break the page so that when they come, let me show you what I mean. Page break here. So when this really, if this is the model that you want to use, which is perfectly fine. Like I said, the only thing that they have to write it down. Look what happens now. I'm gonna come here. You see, the code doesn't show, it only shows at the end. Here you go. So this is one way, but I'm gonna show you another way. I don't like this way because it really clumsy, and then it doesn't also allow them to copy and paste. This is the second way I'm going to show you. How do you do this? Here's how you do it. Go to survey flow. In survey flow, you're going to see your blocks. I'm going to click and add an element, and I'm going to create an embedded data. So I'm going to call this random survey ID or Mechanical Turk ID, whatever you want to say, and click on set value now. When you click here, it will click on this arrow, and then you're going to click on random number. Qualtrics will do this for you. So I'm going to do the same thing again, 10,000 to 99,000, insert. You see now it already generates a random code in the hidden background. Nobody sees this. I'm going to move this to the beginning. Actually, let me move this here. It's a bit easier. I'm going to move this. It's a little bit tricky, but it does happen. As you can see here now, look, what I did is that I have asked Qualtrics to create a random survey ID each time somebody takes this survey. And I put here random number from 10,000 to 99, but it just keeps it in the background. So let's show this. I'm going to click on save. And as my last question, let's say I am here and I will make this question as a descriptive only, descriptive text. And I say to them, thank you for your time. Here is your Mechanical Turk code. And here what you do is that again, you can put social media, and then we're gonna put this code. How? We are going to click on pipe text and embedded data. I think we call it random survey ID. It needs to be the same, whatever that you called. I forgot what we called it. And then I also put this, but I'm gonna double check that. How do I double check? It's very easy here. Random survey ID, perfect. Random survey ID, perfect. This is good. Now you will see the difference, what I mean. Let's do it. I'm gonna come here again, take the survey again. So people do these things. Of course, you can force them to do it. Never leave a survey like this, because these people know pretty smart. They will just click here, and here it is. Here's your Mechanical Turk code. You see how they can now copy and paste this. Remember this because we're gonna need this in a few seconds. And let's take this code again. Look, I'm gonna come back here, click on this, now it's a different one, right? So when you go to the Amazon, you'll be able to just look at these two codes, nothing else. It's going to make it easy, like SM and CC, because otherwise, but there's a couple of things that you need to do. First of all, best practices is that definitely make sure that you check this one, prevent ballot box stuffing, because this is going to allow only one IP address to submit a response only one time. So this is a good thing to do it. And then click on save here, and don't forget to publish. And again, some best practices. This is nothing to do with Mechanical Turk. It is actually with survey research. Force the responses if it makes sense, so that people will not just simply go in there. And of course, you need to add some questions that will check attention. One of the best ones, as you know, as I explained in the previous video, that ask their age as a text. What is your age here? And I can make this a text entry, and I can make this a number only. So I'm going to force the response, and I am going to make sure that this is just a number. They cannot put anything. And you can even put here minimum 18, maximum 99. If somebody wants to put 200, then it's not going to allow them to do it. So this is what's your age, and then I can come here and add another question as a last question. What is your birth year? You can ask them this question. Again, make it text entry, make it smaller. One more time force, and one more time make sure that it's number. And this time, obviously, it's going to be no lower than 1900. And then if you are looking for anybody 18 or more, so 2021, 18 is 2002, right? If somebody is born in 2002, 2022, yeah, they're going to be 18. So you can just put this in and then click on publish. And this is, again, just some best practices to do it. Then after you get the responses, you can just compare them. This to, if it matches 1 or 2 years is okay, the difference when people calculate, then you will be able to accept those responses. Okay, now let's go back to, let me get my link again for the Qualtrics. This is my survey link. Here it is. So I'm going to click copy the link address, go back here. As you can see, I'm going to create, I don't have anything. So I'm going to create a survey link. I just make sure that I am in survey link, because you can do other things in Mechanical Turk. I'm going to click on create project, and I will say Mechanical Turk demo. Here you are going to put about social media use in hospitality, if this is in traveling. Travel, about how you use social media when you plan for travel. I am making this up, okay? Survey demographics, travel, social media, and this is where you are going to put the reward, how much reward you're gonna give. Make sure that what you do based on how long it takes for your survey, that you are paying about a minimum wage, let's say about $10 an hour in the United States. So let's say that I'm putting 35 cents for this, and I need 200 responses. Always make sure that you shoot for about 30 to 40% more than what you need, because you are going to clean the data. There will be always bad data that you will not be able to use. And here, you will be able to click on criteria. Let's say I'm going to use location, and I want only US people. So I'm going to come here to the United States or United Kingdom for that matter. And I'm going to click on design layout. Here you are going to say about social, about how you use social media for planning for your travel. Again, these are all just made up things. I'm gonna come here, put that survey link that I had, remember, And I'm going to also get rid of this. Here you go. This is where they're going to enter that code. Remember the code that we have set. So I'm going to click on preview. It looks good. I'm going to click on finish. So I've set up, but now I need to publish this. This is what I mean here, connect them together. Connect them together means that you are telling Amazon Turk, publish this in your database so that the workers can see them and they can start taking my survey. To do so, you're gonna click on publish batch. This is when you need to actually start paying. It shows you again, is everything look good? You can write here to people, whatever instructions that you have. Maybe you need to say that you must have traveled in the last 18 months or 12 months, 6 months, whatever it is. Or you are a student, or you are an online shopper for a grocery store, whatever your sample is. So I'm gonna click on next. This is where, oh, I need to go back again. Sometimes it does this. Go to USF. And this is where it's going to show me the money part. As you can see here, I have said I want 200 people and I'm going to give them 35. This is, you decide these two. 35 cents to 200. It's $70. That's the cost that I'm going to pay to the workers. But Amazon also takes a commission. This is the business model. That's the price of connecting you with these workers. And you can look at how they calculate this. They are doing it 14 cents per each person. So that's $28. And then you can put your credit card here. And obviously I'm not going to do this right now. I'm not going to click on purchase and publish. I already have a survey that's going on right now. So I'm going to show that to you in few seconds. The minute that you click on this, that's it. I mean, I can actually even make a survey and do it here, but I am going to switch and I'm going to show you the real survey that is actually going on. But the minute that this happens, the minute that you click on publish, I'm gonna go to my account, the one that I already have, and I want to show you how this looks. As you can see, this is what I have. This is going on right now. I do a modified travel confidence index. As you see, there is some people who already have done. So this is what you will see actually. The minute that it's published, you are going to see batches in progress. You'll be able to see, and of course I have all the other ones that I have here, but let's see the review results. I'm going to show you how you can actually approve. Do you remember this thing? You see, you can see immediately my survey results that comes in. I don't even look at this code automatic in the middle, because I know that those are number. If people got the ZZ and US correctly, that means that they took my survey correctly. And when, see, this person did not do it. He doesn't or she doesn't have this one. So I'm going to click on it. It's a good example, actually. I'm going to reject this invalid code. When I invalid their code, they are going to be rejected. They will not get that 50 cents that I'm giving for this particular survey. And all the rest, I'm double checking. See, all I'm looking at ZZ and US. This is something that I did, and I changed it on a survey by survey basis. As you can see here, this is approving now. So these people who have done, these are the worker ID, they are getting their payments. You see here, this person made it up because mine is always 5-digit. So this one, I'm gonna easily be able to get it out and reject this person. Invalid code, and they cannot do anything about it because they really did not fill out my survey. Some people are just trying to see if you will not notice you, or simply don't do anything, because if you don't do anything in 3 days, it does approve them automatically. You see, all of them are good. I'm gonna click here to approve all these two as well. And my survey is going on right now. So if I were to go back to my Qualtrics And this one is my confidence survey that I do on a monthly basis. As you can see, 5,290 people have responded, and this is how it goes. And you can click on manage to see the others as well, whatever that you have, and you'll be able to go into create and look at inside what I have done, just like I did. See, this one I have done it 50 cents per person, but I do it on different days. Also, I don't collect the data in one shot. I usually divide them into weekdays and weekends so that it's as representative as possible. So go back to our thing, approve the submissions, and that's it. Now you can enjoy the data. And one last thing that I want to show you is, actually, let's go back here. When you collect your data, make sure that you are going to filter the bad apples out. How you can do it: once you get your data in here, you can actually create you can calculate the age. Remember, we asked them the age, and I can actually show you. Let's see, I asked them their age right here, and I also asked them their birth year. So you will be able to put them together, and you'll be able to see if this makes sense. You can create a calculation, deduct this from 2021. It should give or take equal to this. 1 or 2 years is not too bad. See, 1972, this person is 49. That's exactly right. Although if this person was born in January, he would have been, or she would have been, 48. As you can see, this is one way of understanding that the people that are taking it good. Also, another one, you need to use CAPTCHA survey for Turk. Remember, this our survey that we did. What I mean by this is that to be able to understand that humans take your survey, not bots. I am going to put a question type here, CAPTCHA verification. This is, I'm going to put here, please verify that you are not a robot. Robots cannot do this. Only peoples can do it, because it asks them to. If you want to see it how it works, I can just show you. I'm gonna publish this first, and then come here and take. Was this my? Yeah, here I go. Let me just do this again. Okay. Oh, remember I said that we can do this only one time from a code. That's why it didn't allow me. So I need to uncheck this first, because I want to show you how that works. Because I checked it out from this computer, it only allowed me to take it one time. Let me publish this. Make sure that this yellow disappears. Okay, here you go. Now I will be able to do it again. Remember this age, right? I can put here, let's say 12. You see, this is, they need to do this to be able to go. Click, and sometimes it asks, you see, ask me questions, so it needs to be 18, and I need to click on all of these questions because they are mandatory. And let's say I put here 2010. I'm not a robot. Click here. Oh, 2010. So I need to put 2001, for example. Let's do this. Here you go. Here's what it works. This is how it actually works. So if we were to go to data analysis, I will be able to get those responses that I got, and I can actually export them into SPSS, Excel, whatever. Then you can do whatever that you need to do. I hope this was helpful. Good luck.